Now, Jim, what programs and services are included as part of the
Well,
l.i.n.k.s project?
One of the ones that I'm involved with, we have a subcommittee, and there's about 3 or 4 members of that. And at the present time, we are bringing at the Elmore Racquet Club, which is located on Fernwood Place between Gallopin Hill Road and Summit Road, every third Tuesday of the month, 10 to 11:30, except for July and August. We're going to have people come in to talk to senior citizens about health. The first one we had was in regards to having strokes, and the one that'll be coming up shortly, that's would be about 3 or 4 speakers, I believe, are coming in, Lori.
Yes.
There's going to be something for senior citizens in regards to the
all kinds of aspects of healthcare, home care, hospital services from Trinitas, hospice service, visiting physician service, yes. Hearing, all things that would be of interest.
And so we're off to a little bit of a slow start, but we expect to grow over the next couple of months, and we'll be in September.
And that's why we're so happy to be here today, because we want to get the word out. We feel like it's a best kept secret, and we want to let people know that we're here and that these services are available, and groups like Jim was talking about are free and open to everybody in the community.
Now, based on that, is there an eligibility criteria for these services?
For the groups, we do a lot of groups, not only the one that Jim mentioned, but we have a knitting group every Monday at Jewish Family Services. We're going to start a card group on Thursdays. We have a variety of health presentations, some at the Union Y, at the Racquet Club, and those are open to everyone. We have other kinds of services like minor home repair service. We provide adaptive equipment for people in their homes, say in the bathrooms, if they need a grab bar or anything like that, we would provide that as well. We have a volunteer program. What else? I think those are the key services. And people would need to call to find out whether they were eligible for those, but the groups are open to everyone. Oh, we also have a group, a Tai Chi group at the library, at the Elmore Branch Library. And in the summer, that will be on Wednesday afternoons, and we have information and flyers about all this. It will be in their bulletin. I'd also like to mention a little bit more about what Jim was talking about at the Racquet Club, because that came out of our advisory board. I could talk a little bit about that later, but this is a group of residents who live in Elmore, and there's this Racquet Club, a beautiful facility, the Cityofelizabeth, and it's primarily used for families and children. So there's availability in the morning and early afternoons where it's not being utilized. So they said, you know, hey, here's this nice facility right in our community. Health education is something that everybody's interested in. Let's see if we can put something together. And we got the City of Elizabeth to let us use the space. We had our local councilman, Joe Keenan, who helped kind of guide us as to where to go. Trinitas provided the speaker, the stroke coordinator theirs, and Jewish Family Services kind of spread the word and helped coordinate it. So it was really a group effort among all of those groups. So it's really a great program because it started from the ground up.
Okay, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. And we'll talk more about living in neighborhoods kind to seniors, l.i.n.k.s, after these words. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mayor Chris Bolwage. Each year, approximately 5,000 young people under the age of 21 die from underage drinking. In Elizabeth, businesses who sell alcohol to minors can face up to 45 days suspension or lose their liquor license. You must be 21 to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol. Consequences of underage drinking include fines, loss of driving privileges, community service, or participation in an alcohol treatment program. This applies even if you do not have your license. With prom and graduation season approaching, remember, the keys to your car can be the key to your future. Do not drink and drive.
Welcome back to the second half of our city. Today we're discussing living in neighborhoods kind to seniors, l.i.n.k.s. Jim, we're talking about a lot of great information and hopefully there's a number someone can reach out to you and reach.
I'll give you two things.
Okay.
The Jewish Family Services is located at 655 Westfield Avenue here in Elizabeth,
Okay.
and their phone number is 908-352-8375.
Okay. And what makes l.i.n.k.s different or unique?
Well, I think the advisory board that I'm involved with, they come from all walks of life, and what they can bring to the table every month, new ideas come up, and we sort of bounce off ideas off everyone, and it just seems like it's been growing all the time, and there's very good camaraderie about all among the people. So I really enjoy it.
Now,
I'd just like to add that in addition to that, there's we call it like civic engagement component of the program, where it's really up to the residents themselves to lead what it is we're going to do and be a part of that. It's not really for us to decide what people need to age in their homes and stay in their communities. It's for them to tell us and to work together with this whole team, people who can make things happen.
now, Jim, I'm just trying to figure out how you got involved in this. Was it a pipe effect? They knocked on your door and you started following them, or?
Someone came and asked me if I would be willing to join.
Okay.
And I said yes, and I've been on it since January, and that was one of the first meetings we had. We did a lot of brainstorming, what we really wanted to do for the seniors that live in the Elmore area and Vauxhall too.
Now, I keep hearing mention of the advisory board. Can you tell me more about the l.i.n.k.s Elmore Advisory Board?
Yes. Our advisory board, as Jim was saying, is made up of a lot of different people. Specifically, we have community residents, we have business owners, we have municipal, religious, and education leaders, we have other health and social service providers, as well as local elected officials. So we really have a lot of people in the room that have a lot of knowledge, and it's very interesting. Every time I think we have a meeting, somebody learns something new. There is a lot out there, there are gaps, but there is a lot out there, and making sure that people know what services are available is key, and that's a real challenge.
Okay.
Also, the leader of the Chamber of Commerce is there too.
That's right.
Gordon?
Yes,
Gordon,
Gordon
yes.
Haas,
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
And how often do you guys meet?
We meet once a month. We meet generally the first Tuesday of every month. Occasionally we'll meet off cycle, but our next meeting is on July 7th at Jewish Family Service at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
And they only run 9:30 to 11.
I wish you'd have brought a different prop here, because last week I had all this fruit and vegetables in front of me I could eat, and now I'm sitting there like I'm starving.
We can tell you where to go.
Okay.
Or where not to go, maybe.
Now, Jim, what are some of the issues that you're currently working on?
Well, we're trying to work up something for September, what we're going to have over at the Racket Club. I know Lori had talked to some people to come over, but they wanted to get paid, and we don't have the monies to do that.
Okay.
So I'm sure by the end of August we'll have somebody ready to go for September. Something to do with the health-related field, so the seniors may be able to have a better quality of life.
Okay.
We also worked on a number of other issues that's come up at every meeting, and that's access to information, as I just said. I think everybody feels they're just not getting the information, and we found in our surveys that most people get their information from family or friends or local newspaper, or they don't get any information at all. So it's very hard for them to know whether it's for benefits or social programs or whatever it is. Other issues are transportation. Can be a challenge sometimes for people, and opportunities to socialize, to participate in your hobbies and interests right in your local area, and not have to travel 20 minutes to do what it is you enjoy doing.
Now, the recent transaction in television, was that something that you guys had to deal with also, or?
A little bit. We
Okay.
did
Yes.
get somebody from the FCC to provide a presentation actually in the Vauxhall
Right.
section to talk about the digital TV conversion and to have them sign up to get coupons. We also had a presentation on swine flu. We tried to be very timely at that at the Union Y, and we provided that in conjunction with their lunch program. So anybody 60 or over, Union County resident, come for lunch and stay for them.
Yeah, Rochelle gave that, and I was over there for that, and she did an excellent presentation. Just even washing your
Right.
hands, which is so important, especially with the contagious